Okay, gonna try it again. Lights, camera, action. Hi everyone. I am Lorianne Robinson, fashion consultant and health and wellness entrepreneur. Happy Monday. And I do hope that things are a little bit happier where you are. It's been quite a couple of weeks for all of us across the United States between fires and hurricanes and just what's going on in the world. It's been very emotional. I don't know about you. And then of course the planetary stuff that's going on and the eclipses and the things in Mars and things in retrograde. It's just crazy. It's just amazing how affected we all can be by that kind of stuff. Whether or not you all believe in that or not, but it, you know, when you think about it, a lot of it does hold true, and things do happen the way they kind of say things might happen. Anyway, moving on. I want to talk a little bit about fashion today. The other day I talked about transitional dressing, and I got a lot of questions about transitional dressing and how can you take some of your summer wardrobe pieces and turn them into this early fall, because right now we're still in early fall in most parts of the country. We're not like in the fall yet. We're still, you know, on the cusp of fall, especially here in Los Angeles. You know, we're not going to have fall until normally we really get the fall weather November 1st, the day after Halloween. That's when I notice it. But that's when it really, you know, notice a change. So I wanted to show you a couple of things that you can do to fallize, that's not a word, but I just coined it, your wardrobe and what you can do. Now I'm wearing a top from spring summer. So what I did, and normally I would wear like a white skirt with it and maybe a coral cardigan. That really says spring summer, but it's navy. So what I find, and what I teach my clients to do, and what I do myself, is any of your lighter weight tops that you still think can move into this early fall season, because you're not wanting to wear wool yet, most places, I don't think so. And maybe you still want to layer, maybe your office or where your place of business is really chilly, and you go outside and it's still in the 80s and you're kind of sweltering. So the key to that is layering. Hence I have a cardigan on. So what I did, and I think one of the best things to do, is pick the darker color in your summertime, springtime top, and then accentuate the darker color in the rest of your wardrobe. So for instance, like I've got the navy, I'm taking the navy, a nice dark neutral, and I'm adding a navy cardigan, and I have on a navy dark denim skirt today with it. So it gives it a little bit of a fall flair. It's a little darker than, of course, I would wear in the summertime, because as I said, I would wear more coral accents with this or white. And that's kind of how I rocked it today. And I am going to take off my sweater right now because I am going to die. It's still so warm here. Okay, let me show you another top that you can do. And you've seen me in this one. You saw me in this a couple of times. Let's see, it's better over on this side. Better in the summertime, I wore that, and I would usually rock it out on the bottom with a white skirt. Okay, white skirt to pull out the white, and then I would have white jewelry or something sparkly on the jewelry. But you know, during the summer I love to wear you know, that's the only time we really get a chance to wear anything like really in the white, you know, unless you're living in more of a tropical climate. So I wear the white jewelry. So that's my summer, and normally I wouldn't wear anything over top of this because, again, I run hot, and sleeves and me are not friends all the time. So what I'm going to do to make this more of a fall look is I am going to add one of my really kind of cool, oh man, you know, you have this all perfect, and then you go to do this and it gets all woodgy. I've got this kind of, it's, what is it called? Green, is it Labrador White? If any of you are gem people, it's a green stone. It's not jade, and it's got a little bit of an iridescent in there. And I think these were the green jade beads. Anyway, I'm gonna rock this out, a multiple necklace, and it'll be really pretty once I get it on and it's straightened out. So what I'm doing is taking the dark green of that leaf, that really beautiful forest green, which is so pretty in the fall. I just love that. And it will be prevalent. So I'm taking the dark green. I'm not taking the black because the background is black. I'm taking the dark green because the black is real predictable now, isn't it? And then I'm going to put dark green, like this long waterfall-y cardigan-y thing over top. There, you can see. So I'm pulling out the dark green. And then for as far as the bottom goes, I'll either put maybe a dark denim, or it's really hard to find a dark green skirt. You know, if you can, great. Maybe you have one. Terrific. I will probably end up with black at the bottom, if not the denim. This is always a little harder because I flip the camera so that everything isn't backwards. So anyway, so that's kind of how you make it more of a fall outfit, is you take, you know, one of the darker hues in your top. Now, if it's all very light, you know, everything is very light. If you've got something with all just brights and you don't have any of the dark neutrals in there, of course, then you can put it with black, charcoal gray, one of the darker neutrals, chocolate brown, something that is a little bit more subdued than one of the brights that maybe, if you were maybe rocking it out with a, say you had something that was all soft pinks and white and maybe a little hot pink in there, and maybe it had a little touch of red, which is one of the biggest colors that is going forward for fall. Lots of red. So you can pull out the red or even burgundy, and you could take that softer pink print top and rock it out with the darker red or navy blue or the black or the charcoal gray. So you see where I'm going with that? So you take it and add, you know, one of the neutrals or one of the darker hues that is in the top. Okay, and then if you have solid tops that are more the spring and summer colors, then again, you do the same thing. You just add them with something darker. You kind of pack away the white skirts and the white pants for now, and you start moving into more of your neutrals, and that's kind of how you do it. And then along with your accessories, you want to keep the light colored things like I was showing you, the white. You want to keep those and pack them away, or however you do that for, and the bright yellows, any of that, you want to kind of put them away for this season, and you want to start bringing out more autumnal things. You know, if you've got anything, excuse me, with wood or some of the darker tones or the darker metals, you know, pewters or the darker copper, or more the even in the rose gold family, excuse me, or anything that you may have that you normally would wear in the fall. So then that's kind of how you transition some of your pieces into more of a fall look, and it's when it's not quite fall yet. Okay, so I hope that helped you and you kind of got an idea of where I was going with that, with the transitional dressing. And it really does, it makes sense. You know, we did this on, believe it or not, even worked this when I was on the soap operas, because there was seasons, there was a gap between going from the summer into the fall, and it really, we didn't want to make it a stark change because it would look really odd. So we kind of had to do a little bit of a transitional look until we actually had leaves falling off the trees and things like that in the scenes. And then we really would state it was fall now, and they would have fans going, so there was breeze. Believe it or not, we did all of that. So, so think of it the same way with your own wardrobe. You just want to kind of ease on in to fall weather. Okay, and your fall dressing. Everyone, I hope that helped a lot, and please share this if you think you have a friend that could use this information. I'd really appreciate it. Just sharing is caring. And if you would like a session with me, I've got my Start My Style sessions, which I will put down in the comment box, and you can go take a look at that page, because now is a perfect time to get me before it gets really, really super swampy busy, because of fall season is one of my busiest seasons. So anyway, I hope you all have a good evening. Stay safe wherever you are, stay cool, and I will see you again really soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.